Welcome to the special meeting of the Mount Vernon City School District, August 3rd. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Trustee Gale? Okay.
You're looking right at him, right?
Trustee Adesobi?
Here.
How was that? Is that all right?
Right.
All right. Trustee Lency?
Here.
Trustee Red?
Present.
Trustee Saunders?
Here.
Trustee Kerwin?
Here.
Quorum is present.
Okay, thank you. First item on the agenda. You want to read it?
Yep. A motion and a second to approve Human Resources Resolution 64B, non-certified.
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
2.2, approval of Human Resources 64A certified. Can I have a motion and a resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval to reestablish the position of payroll clerk with the business office. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second. Come on.
Competing here.
So you said reestablish? What does that, what do you mean
There was a
reestablish?
position of payroll clerk a number of years ago.
Yes.
And it was abolished at that time for a number of reasons. And now we're putting it back in to try to have more precise definition of what we're doing and who the people are that we need to hire to do the payroll.
So is it just going to be one person, or is it going to be more?
We're not sure. There's going to be a number of openings in the department.
Yes.
And so we're trying to fill those people with payroll experience rather than just senior clerk.
Okay.
So all in favor of that? Did we already vote? All in favor of that 2.3?
Aye.
Okay. Next is the business office. 3.1, a CEQA resolution. I'll explain that after we have
Motion.
motion.
Second. What is that?
This project is to replace the air conditioning or chiller system at Trap Higgins School, which has been broken for as long as I've been here. And we have to do a CEQA resolution, meaning that there is no environmental impact by what we're doing. This is called amendment action 2. 2 means no environmental impact. 1 would be there would be an environmental impact. So this resolution is required by the state for us to proceed to replace the chiller system at the Trap Higgins School. And this will be aided at about 70% over a period of years when it's all done. And we need to get this started now because it will take all the way till next spring. And we did promise that we would have air conditioning in that building next spring. And that's this.
Do we have like a cost on it?
That's been
And that
reviewed
was
with the board.
$500,000
I think it was
a while
around,
back.
It was around $500,000.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. The engineers have been involved, the architects have been involved, and everything has already been submitted to the state for approval. We are hoping to pay it out of the bond, out of the residue of the bond money once we finish with our issues concerning the remaining money, but that's where we think we'll be okay to do.
So we're bids out already?
No, we can't do bids till the state approves the project.
Okay.
And that's now with the state to approve.
Okay.
So we just forwarded it on for the state to, for you to send it up to the state to get...
It's already at the state. All this is the board has to adopt a resolution saying that we are in charge of this and that there's no environmental impact from this project.
Okay.
So this is just repairing or replacing parts of the system.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
gather there's no environmental impact.
Yeah.
There is none.
I just don't want to agree to something unless there was. Okay.
Right, so just the nature of type 2
Understood.
means no environmental impact.
Excellent.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next is 3.2. Authorizes Senate Consulting for administrative and financial consulting services in connection with the Affordable Care Act. They administer, I should do a motion, please, first.
Motion. Second. You're a one-man show, aren't you?
Seems like it.
That's all his resolutions.
So the Affordable Care Act has a requirement that the people have certain health insurance. It's under the law that they must have a health insurance. And this company monitors our retirees to make sure that they are covered in some way under the Affordable Care Act. There's a significant penalty if we don't do this, and we've been doing this for a number of years. Actually, the head person at Ingram & Smith made a presentation to the board on this several years ago when we first started monitoring the Affordable Care Act. Okay?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 3.3, emergency resolution ceilings at Columbus School. There's also an attachment to this if you need to look at it. A motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
So we have found that some of the ceilings in the classrooms at Columbus School have detached from the structure itself. Part of the problem is that some of the ceilings have hung ceilings below them, and that we could not see what was above the hung ceiling. This building is 90 years old, and when it was constructed, these ceiling panels were attached with nails. Through the years, from leaks in the roof and just age, the nails have become separated, and the structure is not holding the ceiling panels properly. There is a plan which is attached to this, if you want to look at it, which will be to replace those that are shot and to put fasteners in a specific design that has already been done by the architects and engineers, which will put these back in place with screws instead of nails. And that's not going to look great, but another project could be done down the road, which would be to put hung ceilings back. But when we take out the hung ceilings to repair the ceilings above it, there's going to be some electrical work involved as well, because the lights have to come down to fix the ceilings. This is being done in all the classrooms and has to be finished by the start of school. There is also a roof problem, not a big problem, but the roof problem which has contributed to the classroom ceilings moving from their right position, from water through the years. That has been inspected, and we are expecting a report from the roof inspector later this week, and you will hear of that as soon as we have that report.
So is this the actual amount? Is there going to be any change orders?
There's no change orders with this company. This is not one of the contractors that bids in that way. This is the maximum allowable price for this project. There will be some electrical work, and it's possible there'll be some roof work, but that's not related to this company. We have the electrical contractor, and we have a roofing contractor through a bid as well if we need to. But any roof work is going to be minor in this project. Okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 3.4. Emergency resolution, district playground repairs. Motion, please?
Motion. Second.
I had the pleasure of having Trustee Lency and Trustee White with me when we looked at some playgrounds last week. And the number of the playgrounds are not in good shape. We had an inspection done, we had proposals done from the procured playground repair company. I have sent you all numerous emails having to do with the cost of it, the problems with it, and what we're doing about it. And so we have an agreement for, I think, 9 or 10 of the 11 playgrounds that needed to be done. Mandela did not. Mandela was fine. Mandela Playground, in fact, was installed by this company that is doing the repairs on the others. And
Pennington shouldn't need a playground either, should it?
we're talking about repairs.
Okay.
Just repairing. Although Columbus is going to get a new playground, right? And I think all the others are just repairs.
Yes.
So that's pretty much underway. And do you want to?
So which school's going to be?
All the elementary schools have playground repairs that are happening.
Okay.
Some extensive, some minor. At Parker School, which has a playground that hasn't been used in many years, that's a major repair.
Is it repair? Can we do a new playground over there?
I think we're replacing.
What's the question?
Parker's
Are we replacing
Parker's
Parker? I can't
playground.
remember.
We're not,
I don't think we're replacing the existing structure in Parker. We're going to expand on the rubberized ground to make
Right.
to make it bigger because it's very small. And then also the person who came in from the playground contractor had come up with some nice ideas instead of putting up any large structures to just put a few small pieces and also maybe put a hopscotch board or something into the rubberized ground. So it's economical, especially because, unfortunately, the way it's situated, it hasn't really been used very much. And also, we discussed a lot of different things that unfortunately are wrong with the area.
There's problems with the fencing with the adjoining neighbor, there's problems with tree roots underground that are a trip hazard. The grounds around the playground are just a mess.
Yeah.
And we have to replace the surface. That's going to really look nice when we're done,
And it's-
that's underway.
And it was actually because it was discussed there. When in expanding the footprint of the playground, in the long run, you actually save time and effort on landscaping because and it makes it safer because you're covering up a lot of asphalt and hazards for the kids, but also if you expand it to where we were talked about, you're now making it so that weeds can't grow in the area and stuff can't really grow, and it makes it easier for the groundskeeper to keep the place.
And it'll be very attractive.
It'll be nice, yeah,
Very safe
and
for the kids.
needed on the south side.
How about
So I-
Williams School also?
I was just getting ready to say Williams
Williams
School.
School involved? Because their playground is really...
Every school's
Is it going to be
repairs.
repaired or replaced?
Repaired. That is actually one of the least damaged playgrounds that there is. It needs some floor stuff, but the playground itself is not in bad shape. That was
Because
not
there's
one that we...
holes all over the playground.
Yeah, no, that's the ground, yeah, that's the stuff to fix, that's just rubberized.
Keeps opening
It's
up.
getting a new surface. Yes.
All this will be done by the beginning of school?
No. Some of it will be, some won't be. And we have a schedule, and the building principals will be involved for a period of time when they can't be used. There's just nothing better. We have to get it fixed. So that was the emergency part. And the reason we're declaring this an emergency is that we might be able to file with the state and get state aid as a district-wide playground project. And so I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do that. It also allows us, if we need to use anybody else besides that contractor. If we decide we want to do something different or something in addition to it, we don't have to worry about bidding, we can just do it. So that's the advantage of declaring something an emergency. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 3.5, emergency resolution fire safety.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, so we have a number of issues with our fire alarms. Repairs are underway. Our fire alarm repair company cannot repair all of the fire alarms because some of the systems are different than what this guy knows. So this resolution allows us to bring in other repair companies, and we have to get this done. We have no choice about this. This allows us not to have to go to bid, but to bring in other fire alarm repair companies to do the work that our fire guy can't do. And it also gives us the possibility of making this into a project. An emergency resolution also eliminates the need to file with the state before you do the work. We can get the work done, then file the paperwork with the state as a project, and you can then get state aid. So we can procure anybody we want, and we can just go ahead with it. The engineers are also involved with this from Barilli Gallagher Engineering.
So we won't get state aid until the project's completed,
All
correct?
projects have to be completed before state aid starts.
And this has to be completed before school opens, correct?
This does, yes.
Yes, the fire thing, yes.
Yeah, gotta be done.
Okay. And we're almost there because I think we saw some
It's probably
clearance
like
earlier
August
today on some of
So,
the... Okay.
but there's still a lot more work to be done.
So do you
Okay.
have other companies that would be able to assist?
Yes, we already have them. We have one for Denzel Washington School because that alarm system is different than the others. And there's some special needs that require us to bring in other companies rather than just our guy. Yes, we have everybody we need.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 3.6.
Motion.
This is,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Didn't we vote on this already?
This is, I'll tell you after we do this. I have a motion. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
All right. So I think this is just to, I think there was a mistake in the pay for the internal claims auditor by $5 an hour, and this is just to correct. This is kind of as it should have been.
Is that right?
Yeah, okay.
All right. I know I've seen some of her work already, so that's why I was wondering why we're doing it again. Okay, thank you.
Aye.
Okay. 3.7,
Motion.
feels like I already did this. Feels like this is a
Amendment.
duplicate.
I think it is.
All right, let's ignore that. 3.8 is to extend the agreement with ESS security consultant. This is Emilio Rosario. This was supposed to be on the last agenda and somehow didn't make it. This is just to continue his services from July 1st to August 31st, and that's all it is, at the same rate per month as he was for the past year. So this is just to help us to, for the new security people to become acclimated to what they're doing and to just advise them or consult with them as they're getting up to speed.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Any questions other than that? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 3.9, second signatory for payroll processing. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Was there ever a second signatory before?
There is, right now, so this, if I'm not here, or if the other person who signs payroll, Stephanie Kinlaw, is not available, this would allow us to have somebody to sign things that are necessary. We don't sign a lot of things by hand. Very few things are done. Any check that's over $250,000 has to be hand signed. This would allow that in my absence. It's just an extra person to be able to do this in case it's needed. It's not the norm of every day, but it would only be when it's necessary. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we have the school improvement, 4 point, there's no, just 4. School improvement, personnel memorandum P23-3. Motion, please.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay. Do you want to?
These are for the guidance counselors. They need at least an extra 3 days because we are using a new program. It's called Infinite Campus. And because Mount Vernon is a bigger school that needs to be scheduled, we give them 3 extra days to work with the new principal to make sure that all the schedules are in so that when the kids comes in September, everybody have a schedule way ahead of time, that you don't have that confusion in the hallway and people running up and down, kids sitting in the room without schedules, because this is what happened every year. And we are trying not to make this happen in September. And it gives the parents a chance to look at the kids' schedule, and if they have any questions on what their kids are taking, then they can ask before they come in
Absolutely.
September.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And last one, 6, is amendment to Dr. Bennett Conroy contract. Motion, please.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
I don't think it's not attached. Is anything
Any
attached?
comments on this? Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Did you want to adjourn to?
We're going to go into executive. Okay, well, this would be the end of the meeting, but we're going to go into executive session to discuss.
Discuss particular personal persons and some legal matters.
Okay.
A motion, please.
Motion.
Motion to.
Second.
Okay. Okay.